Hey everybody, this is Helfinator, and welcome back to Let's Play Glover, Part 18. Now, in the last video, I was talking a little bit about my pumpkin drop design that I had to do this pumpkin drop competition that I had to do for my engineering class. Now, so pretty much, just as a little recap, it was pretty much just a box that has spray foam inside, and then some cushion foam that you would, some soft kind of, I think they call it like eggshell foam or something like that. It's like some sort of foam that you would put on beds. And then we had a styrofoam cone that was filled with sand down at the bottom to act as a counterweight the pumpkin. And then put more spray foam in there, and then used the extra styrofoam that we had left over to reinforce that. So so that was our design, and then we taped everything together with duct tape. So it wasn't pretty. So that was our design, and then when Pumpkin Drop Day came, apparently, I was the only one who didn't have class on Thursday, so I was the only one who could actually drop the pumpkin. Since what they do is that you go up to the roof of this 11-story building with your pumpkin drop design, with your pumpkin drop container already made and everything ready to go. And pretty much they just have you shove her off of the roof of this building, and then they have this target down at the bottom that you're supposed to hit. And unfortunately, like I was originally planning on making a recording of this so I could show you guys how I did and our design and everything, but unfortunately, for some reason, my video camera wasn't working. Oh, no, excuse me. So, unfortunately, the guy in the crowd that I had picked out and asked if he could record this for me, and he graciously said yes. Unfortunately, he could not do so because my camera screwed up, and which is really bad because on Monday, why am I saying Monday? Because since you guys will see this in the future, and I'm just being really general here, so it really doesn't matter. So on Monday we will present our presentation, but by the time you guys see this, I will have already done so. But apparently for the presentation that we have to do, I was planning on adding in that video to the presentation to show how our design worked, but unfortunately I can't do that. So yeah, kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? So so I'm on the roof of this building. It's cold, it's rainy. I had protected my box. I had to walk all the way from my dorm to this building, so that's about a 10 to 15 minute walk. And I put a poncho over my box since everything's like cardboard and styrofoam. If water gets on it, it's pretty much getting soaked, and it's gonna get really, really soft. And we really don't want that. So, what was it? So I went up to the top of the building. I had to take off this poncho that I had on it, and they gave me like this long squeegee looking thing and just told me to shove her off. So I shoved her off, and then after you shove them off, they allow you to look over the banister for a little while to watch it go down. But unfortunately, with how far away the banister is from the actual edge, you kind of can't see the pumpkin drop per se very well. So all that I saw was that I shoved my pumpkin off, so that my design off, so that it would fall cone first. And we were thinking that since a cone is more aerodynamic than a box, then it would fall cone first all the way down. But that kind of didn't happen. It went down cone first, and then the last thing that I saw was that the whole thing flipped upside down so that it was pumpkin first. So so afterwards, like once I saw that, I started sprinting towards the stairs, and by the time I got to the door, all I hear is boom, and everybody in the crowd goes ooh, because everybody down. Boy, this quote is bad. Everybody in the crowd thought it was what they would call a screamer, which is a pumpkin drop design that does not use a parachute, so it just falls straight down and just smacks it in the ground and smashes everything inside. Well, when I get down there, I was talking to a couple of my friends who were watching, and what happened was that right at the last minute, my design flipped itself back over. So it was cone first. It hit the ground. The whole styrofoam bottom crumpled, and as it was crumpling, the sand that we had as the weight exploded outwards. So what everybody thought, that the pumpkin had exploded. However, it was just the sand that went everywhere. So when the ground crew ran over and opened her up, they pulled out the pumpkin, and everybody in the crowd was like, "What? What the hell happened?" So, excuse me. Oh man, it's just getting harder and harder to talk. Don't know why. Well, so the ground crew opened her up, pulled out my pumpkin, and started measuring it. And apparently there is a 1-inch space where the pumpkin is less than 10 inches. Everywhere else it's 10 inches, except this one space. One 1-inch space. So they disqualified my pumpkin because it was apparently too small. But, thankfully my instructor, my engineering instructor, still gave us extra points for, like, if our pumpkin had not been disqualified, then we would have been the winners, because, at least for that day, because our pumpkin design was the closest to the target. It was approximately 12 feet away from the target. And he was giving out bonus points to us for our design if it survived, and if we placed, because almost every single year you have like these grade school kids or like third graders that come with some random ass pumpkin drop design, and they always win, and they beat engineering students all the time, like college students all the time. So my teacher was giving us bonus points if we were able to beat them. So he still gave us bonus points for our design working. So thankfully he was nice enough to do that. Oh, here's something that I thought was really funny. That during the competition there was this kid that was right in front of me who had a similar design, though he had like a parachute and stuff. But apparently in Morgantown, there are no pumpkins anymore. Like, all the pumpkins are sold out. So he was telling everybody that he was very close into buying a watermelon and just painting it orange. But he ended up finding this gourd that looks like a pumpkin, but it's green and orange. And when he got it home, he looked it up online, and apparently it's a quote-unquote subspecies of pumpkin. So he thought it was okay. So once his design succeeded, and when the ground crew opened her up, they saw that one of the guys in the ground crew pulled this oblong gourd out of this contraption that he had. And like, one of them just looked at it and says, "What the fuck is this shit? This is not a pumpkin." And the kid started arguing. It's like, yeah, it is. It's a pumpkin. No, it's not. It doesn't even look like a pumpkin. It's like, well, it's a subspecies. And the guy on the ground crew is just like, dude, that's bullshit. This is no pumpkin. He rears back and throws this gourd as hard as he can against the cement wall. It's right next to the bullseye, and smashes the pumpkin. And of course, the kid complained to the judges for like 10 minutes straight, but they don't care. It's not a pumpkin, so the ground crew guys can do whatever the hell they want with it. So I thought that was rather funny. So yeah, that's what's been taking up most of my time recently. So that's just a little idea of what I've been working on as of late. But also, really quickly before the end of the episode, I really wanted to talk about something that a couple of my friends of mine have made. It's called Bottoms Up. It's made by Odin Blue and TM. Check them out. Link in the description if you guys have not already heard of them. And they do podcasts, talk about different things. So check them out, and I'll see you guys later. And this is Helfinator signing off, and see you guys later. Bye.